Good morning, children. Today we are continuing with the chapter Properties of Matter. In the last class, we discussed about the tiny particles in matter, how the particles are arranged in solids, liquids and gases, and also we studied about sublimation. What is sublimation? The process in which the solids are directly entering into the gaseous state without entering into the liquid state, isn't it? Today also we are continuing with another property of gases. Now, suppose you are away from home and you are coming to home, and as soon as you enter your house, step into your house, you are getting a sweet aroma, from the kitchen. And from that sweet aroma, you are able to identify that your mother is preparing something delicious, isn't it? In the same way, when you are praying, isn't it? When you are praying, you will be lighting an incense stick in your agarbatti or incense stick in your home. So, after some time, you can feel that smell all around your house. Why is it so? So we are going to discuss about that property by an experiment. So in that experiment, which is given in your textbook, first we are taking some iodine crystals in a jar and we are heating it. Then we are covering it with another jar. After some time, you can see that the iodine crystals which were in the bottom of the jar, when it was heated, the vapors were directly entering into the upper jar. Why? As you know that when the iodine crystals were in the solid state, at that time, they were not able to move because it was in the solid state. But when we heated it, what happened? The iodine vapor started entering into the gaseous state, isn't it? So we suddenly covered it with another jar. And the iodine gas slowly spread into the inverted jar above. Why? Because the iodine crystals has changed into iodine vapors. So we studied that the gaseous systems or the gaseous molecules, they are having maximum freedom of movement. They are loosely packed. So as they have maximum freedom of movement, these iodine vapors will be spreading into the upper jar. Same way you can do another experiment. With the liquid, take a jar of water or a tumbler of water. Add a drop of ink into it. Keep it somewhere. It takes some time for that red ink, whatever ink you are taking, red or blue, whatever ink you are taking or whatever color you are mixing. It will take some time for that ink to spread inside that glass tumbler. Why? When we are comparing liquids and gases, liquids don't have that freedom of movement compared to gases. But still, liquids can be spread in that glass of water, but not as quickly as gases. Now coming to solid. Take a beaker or a small plate. Put a drop of ink there. Will it spread? No. Why? Because that ink doesn't have any, now it is in a solid state. It is not heated or it's not melted, nothing. It can be in that state. Because in that the solid particles are closely packed, no freedom of movement. No spreading, no space to spread. So here we are going to study about, or I am going to introduce a new term that is known as diffusion. So this smelling of food which is prepared in your kitchen, the smell of incense stick in your room. So this is because of a new property of gases known as diffusion. This is diffusion. Spontaneous movement of different particles having freedom of movement. So, different particles like solids, liquids and gases, they are having different freedom of movement. Solids, they have no freedom of movement because they are closely packed. Liquids, they have freedom of movement because they are bit loosely packed. And about gases, they are having maximum freedom of movement. So, spontaneous means very fast. Okay, spontaneous movement of different particles having freedom of movement is known. Depending on the nature, substances can be classified into two: pure substances and mixtures. Now, you know about salt, gold, etc., water, etc., isn't it? Now, when we talk about gold, it is made only by gold particles. Salt, it is only made up of salt particles. So, those substances which have identical property or those substances which are made up of only that substance is known as pure substance. Now, what about mixtures? Air. Okay, air actually is a mixture of lot of gases. It's a combination of lot of gases. We are preparing a lime juice. What all things are there? Lemon juice, lime is there, water is there, salt or sugar we will be adding to make that lime juice. So that is a mixture. So substances which are having different properties are called mixtures. Okay. So based on the nature, substances can be classified into pure substances and mixtures. Substances which are having only identical properties are called pure substances, and those which are having different properties are called mixtures. So in today's class we discussed about diffusion, how diffusion is happening in solids, liquids and gases, the definition for diffusion, and how the substances according to their nature are divided into pure substances and mixtures. So that's all for today. Thank you so much and have a nice day.